former U.S. Central Intelligence Agency employee and subcontractor with National Security Agency Mr. Edward Snowden, who has been living in Russia since 2013 to escape prosecution in the US after leaking classified documents detailing government surveillance programs, has been granted permanent residency in Russia for an unlimited period of time. His Russian lawyer Mr. Anatoly Kucherena told Russia's state Tass news agency that the application was submitted in April, but because of the coronavirus pandemic and lockdown restrictions, it took immigration authorities more time to consider it, under the changes in Russia's immigration laws made in 2019. Mr. Kucherena added that Mr. Snowden is not considering applying for Russian citizenship at the moment. Snowden enlisted in the United States Army Reserve on May 7, 2004, and became a Special Forces candidate through its 18X enlistment option. He did not complete the training due to bilateral tibial stress fractures and was discharged on September 2004. Snowden was then employed for less than a year in 2005 as a security guard at the University of Maryland's Center for Advanced Study of Language, a research center sponsored by the National Security Agency. In 2006, Snowden accepted an offer for a position at the CIA. The agency assigned him to the Global Communications Division at CIA headquarters in Langley in Virginia. After distinguishing himself as a junior employee on the top computer team, Snowden was sent to the CIA's Secret School for Technology Specialists. In 2007, the CIA stationed Snowden with diplomatic cover in Geneva in Switzerland. In 2009, Snowden began work as a contractee for Dell, which manages computer systems for multiple government agencies. Assigned to an NSA facility at Yokoto Air Base near Tokyo, Snowden instructed top officials and military officers on how to defend their networks from Chinese hackers. During his 4 years with Dell, he rose from supervising NSA computer system upgrades to working as what his resume termed a cyber strategist and an expert in cyber counterintelligence at several U.S. locations. In 2011, he returned to Maryland, where he spent a year as lead technologist on Dell's CIA account. In March 2012, Dell reassigned Snowden to Hawaii as lead technologist for the NSA's Information Sharing Office. Snowden was offered a position on the NSA's elite team of hackers, Tailored Access Operations, but turned it down to join Booz Allen in 2013. Snowden says he gradually became disillusioned with the programs with which he was involved and that he tried to raise his ethical concerns through internal channels but was ignored. On May 20, 2013, Snowden flew to Hong Kong after leaving his job at an NSA facility in Hawaii, and in early June he revealed thousands of classified NSA documents to journalists Glenn Greenwald, Laura Poitras, Barton Gellman, and Ewen MacAskill. Mr. Snowden copied and leaked highly classified information from the National Security Agency in 2013. His disclosures revealed numerous global surveillance programs, many run by the NSA and the Five Eyes intelligence alliance with the cooperation of telecommunication companies and European governments, and prompted a cultural discussion about national security and individual privacy. Snowden came to international attention after stories based on the material appeared in The Guardian and The Washington Post. Further disclosures were made by other publications including Der Spiegel and The New York Times. The exact size and scope of Snowden's disclosure is unknown. The unclassified portion of a September 15, 2016 United States House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence report estimated the number of downloaded documents at 1.5 million. On June 21, 2013, the United States Department of Justice unsealed charges against Snowden of 2 counts of violating the Espionage Act of 1917 and theft of government property, following which the Department of State revoked his passport. 2 days later, he flew into Moscow's Sheremetyevo International Airport, where Russian authorities observed that his U.S. passport had been cancelled, and he was restricted to the airport terminal for over 1 month. Russia later granted Snowden the right of asylum with an initial visa for residence for 1 year, and repeated extensions have permitted him to stay at least until 2020. On September 17, 2019, his memoir Permanent Record was published. The memoir was listed as #1 on Amazon's bestseller list the day it was released. In early 2016, Snowden became the president of the Freedom of the Press Foundation, a San Francisco-based organization that states its purpose is to protect journalists from hacking and government surveillance.